With scoliosis, neck and shoulder pain can be really common, no matter if you have an S-shaped or a C-shaped curve. I want to show you this short practice which you can do sitting on your chair, even at your desk, to release that shoulder and neck tension. You will not need anything else for your practice today. Just get your chair ready, get yourself ready, and then join me for this short practice. So see if you can sit at the edge of your chair so that you can really ground your feet down into the floor. We also want to make sure that the knees are in line with the hips or slightly lower. This is why I always like to be on the edge of the chair. But for a moment, just see if you can just feel your feet on the ground, and you can rest your hands on your knees, lengthening up through the crown of the head, just finding a little bit more length through the spine. And then if you're comfortable, just close your eyes for a moment, and you just have to listen to my voice. And just for a moment, feeling the contact with the ground. So your feet into the floor, noticing your sitting bones on the chair, the right side, the left side. And then take a moment just to notice how you feel right now on a physical level. How do your shoulders feel? How does your neck feel? Without even making any movement. Just noticing what's present right now. Taking a moment to check how you're feeling emotionally. Maybe you've already had kind of a busy day. Maybe you've had some conversations with other people that might have not gone so well. So just acknowledging this right now. Noticing how you feel energetically. And then we just take a few moments to tune into the breath. And we want to direct the breath a little bit lower down into the body. So kind of think the bottom of the rib cage. So we're kind of moving away from this breathing into the high up into the chest. So just a few rounds. Imagine you're expanding that rib cage to the front, sides and the back. Good. One more nice big breath. Good. And then just slowly open your eyes. And the first movement that we're going to make is we're simply going to bring those shoulders up towards the ears. Give them a little bit of a squeeze. And then very slowly can you release them back down. So just very, very slowly releasing back down. So let's do that again. So we're going to squeeze those shoulders up towards the ears. Give them a nice little squeeze. Tighten the shoulders. And then very slowly releasing those shoulder blades back down. And with scoliosis, you might find that there is a difference between the right and the left. So just noticing that. We're not judging right now. We're just feeling, experiencing. Good. Tight little squeeze and then slowly release all the way back down. Good. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to think about those muscles at the front of the shoulders, pectoral muscles here, and in between the shoulder blades. So we're going to give them a little squeeze and a release. So we're going to squeeze the pectoral muscles, so bring those shoulders forwards without bringing the head forwards, so the head stays back. And then we're going to squeeze the muscles in between the shoulder blades. So we're going the opposite way. So these ones can now lengthen. So let's come back to center, because this is a little bit more tricky than the first one. So just come back to a neutral position and let's do that again. So we're going to squeeze the muscles at the front, bring those shoulders forwards, and then we're squeezing the muscles in between the shoulder blades. So really bringing the shoulder blades back. And then just coming back to neutral. So release back to neutral. Good. So we're only going to do this one more time. You might already feel that this makes a big difference. So let's do that one more time. So we're squeezing the muscles at the front. Bring those shoulders forwards. Squeeze. And then squeezing the shoulder blades. Taking the shoulders back. And then coming back to neutral from there. Good. So let's give those shoulders a nice big roll here after all this squeezing and releasing, just bringing in some nice little movement before we start to turn our attention to the neck. Good. One more. Lovely. So from there, just notice if you have kind of shifted in any way, if you've started to go into a particular habit or pattern. See if we can again think about lengthening through the spine, grounding those feet down. And then we're simply going to turn our head from side to side, but we're going to do this slowly. So we're just going to explore and enjoy that little bit of a movement just from side to side. And maybe just noticing, we're not going into a big stretch here, so just noticing how much movement is there when you're going to the right and when you're going to the left. Try not to turn your whole body to do this. So we keep the shoulders facing forwards. They've already done a little bit of movement and work. This is about the neck now. Good. Next thing we're going to add on, we're going to turn the head to one side and then we're going to drop the chin down and we're going to do a little semicircle here. So the chin comes down towards the chest and then we're rolling over to the other side. And then we go again. So from this position, we drop the chin, just a semicircle, over to the other side. So let's do this one more time on each side, dropping the chin. If you come across some kind of sticky area, sticky points, you can stay there for a moment, stay for a breath and release. One more time. Over to the other side. Good. And then just coming back to neutral, and you can use your hand and just get into those muscles here along the side of the neck for a moment. Just give them a little squeeze just to release the top of the shoulder as well. And then over on the other side, same thing, just getting in there a little bit, just helping that circulation, getting a little bit of awareness into that side. Good. Lovely. So let's close our eyes and feel. Notice what has changed. Let's take 3 more long breaths. So inhaling. Take a big exhale, just sighing the air out. 2 more, inhale, big exhale, and 1 more. And then slowly open the eyes. So these exercises are really going to make a difference once you start with a consistent practice. In this next video, which is on your screen right now, I will show you the step-by-step process to create a consistent practice, which is going to be so beneficial for your scoliosis in the long term. So make sure you click it right now.